Today we're here in the extension of the Hollywood Cemetery, as you can perhaps see just with the Hollywood bypass, and we're here to visit the final resting place of a remarkable man, a man called Willie Hume. Now, I've been looking for Willie Hume's grave for a number of years, only found it relatively recently. Here it is on the perimeter of the graveyard. So just in the perimeter of Hollywood New Cemetery here then we have the Hume plot. It says, "In loving memory of my wife Mary, she died 12th December 1939, and her husband William Hume died 26th October 1941. Deeply regretted by their family, and also their daughter May is buried here. She passed away on the 18th of November 1984. So just from that headstone, it doesn't give you any clue of the remarkable life that Willie, or William, known as Willie Hume, led. He was a renowned cyclist, and he lived initially in Templemore Avenue in East Belfast. The house is now long demolished, but it's from a relatively young age then he discovered that he was actually a very gifted cyclist. And that was an interesting time when he was becoming a well-known cyclist, and he managed to get in partnership with another man who we've featured previously on this channel, a man called John Boyd Dnlop, and we've called it his final resting place in Dublin, in Dean's Grange Cemetery. John Boyd Dnlop, he invented the pneumatic tyre. That's what he's best known for, and he was born in Ayrshire, but when he came over here to Belfast, he perfected the pneumatic tyre. There were previous efforts to customise a pneumatic tyre. In other words, previous to that, cyclists, motorists would have used a non-pneumatic tyre, a hard tyre. Dunlop, he perfected the technique, and one of the things he did was to trumpet this pioneering new design. He would have sponsored cyclists to show how advantageous the use of his new invention, in other words, the pneumatic tyre, was. And he chose Willie Hume to showcase this new invention of his. So Willie Hume won all around him. He won lots and lots of titles because he was using much superior technology than his competitors were. He was a gifted cyclist, but certainly anyway, using John Boyd Dnlop's pneumatic tyre, he won many, many races. And it led then to everyone switching over then eventually, as we know now, to pneumatic tyres. Again, you would get no indication of this man from East Belfast who is buried here in Hollywood Priory Cemetery. So initially he lived in Templemore Avenue, and I think in his latter life then, he'd done well through the cycling, and he was able to move down to Hollywood here a little bit outside Belfast. So this man was like a superstar in his day. He would have appeared in the front of many cycling magazines because of his fantastic record. So again here in the opposite the Priory Cemetery, just across the way, and in the shadow of the Hollywood bypass here behind me, they have the final resting place then of the remarkable cyclist, pioneering cyclist, Willie Hume.